name is Larry Stephenson. I attended Wenatchee Valley College in the year 1962-63. I did not graduate from here, but I am a proud WVC alum. I spent the school year in 1962 and 1963 at Wenatchee Valley College as a naive 17-year-old. It was a great time. I came to Wenatchee Valley College from Arizona to go to college here, and was not disappointed. Wenatchee provided me a great foundation. I barely graduated from high school, like in the bottom fourth of my class, but made the dean's list the first quarter at Wenatchee, and have gone on academically because of that great foundation. I was, as I said, in Phoenix, Arizona, working at a plant nursery, and a gentleman, I wanted to go to college, I knew that. I had made no application to colleges, and a gentleman drove into the plant nursery with Washington State plates on his car. And I asked him, "Where are you from?" And he said, "Wenatchee." And I said, "That's where I'm going to school, Wenatchee." And so I went to the Phoenix Public Library, wrote down some information about Wenatchee Valley College, like the address, so I knew where to go. And a couple weeks later, in the summer of 1962, loaded everything I owned in my '54 Chevrolet and drove north to Wenatchee. And here I was.
My name is Earl Tilly. I'm from the class of 1954, 60 years ago. I'm very proud to have be an alumni of Wenatchee Valley College. I also was active in the foundation that was created under the leadership of former President Bill Stewart. And when I was in the legislature, I was able to gain the funding for the science building. I was here in 1953, 1954, my sophomore year, and I had done my previous year at Pacific Lutheran, my freshman year. But my family had moved to Wenatchee. My family had started their business, and it was more convenient for me to be able to work and go to school. And so I met a lot of friends that I wouldn't have met otherwise, that I still have today. And played a lot of ping pong and a lot of pinochle.
I'm Jeanne Lodge, and I graduated with a AA degree in '76, and I met my husband, Ron, and we were part of the music program during that time of singing in choir and singing in the jazz choir.
And I was here during that time too, from '74 to '76, and I didn't manage to exit with a AA, but I got a wife out of the deal, so it was worth it. And we also, in the music department, we started a little madrigal group that we both sang in, and that was a lot of fun to do that under the tutelage of Dick Lapo, and he's still a very good friend of ours.
1952, I graduated from high school. My parents wanted me to go to college, so I enrolled at Wenatchee Valley College. I lasted about 3 weeks, and I signed up for the Air Force because it was wartime. But before being called in, or the day I was called in, I went in and said, "I don't want to go in the Air Force, I want to go back to school." So I came back to Wenatchee Junior College. Okay, my first week back, or just a week later, Bill Sewell was the basketball coach. And I owe Bill and another coach, Frank Cumbo, my whole lifetime as a teacher and a coach. And I'm still playing the tennis that they taught me how to play. Anyway, I got to start playing basketball. I made the varsity basketball team. I played 2 years, went to Western Washington College, played a year of basketball there, and 2 more years of tennis.
Back when I attended, Wenatchee Valley College. We had a football program still back then, and I had grown up going to the college games because my uncle was one of the coaches, so I was pretty familiar with that. And when I was at Wenatchee Valley College, I was the student body president, and the year that I was president, they decided that they were going to cut the program, and they tried to do it for the year following when I was president, and that was a bit of an interesting time because we had a lot of uproar as a result of that. They ended up keeping the program for one more year after that before they finally disbanded it. But now I understand they have all these cool things like a baseball team and soccer and volleyball and all those sports that didn't exist when I attended here. So.
Hi, my name is Marian Barnhart Stillman from the class of 1952. I'm a proud Wenatchee Valley College alum. I graduated from high school in 1950, and then that fall I entered Wenatchee Valley College. The classes were in the high school at that time, up on the 3rd floor, and that was the fall of 1950. In 1951, we were bused from the high school to the Wells House. That's where the classes were held at that time. I never did go to college here when the new buildings were built. It was all my time was in the Wells House. And when I graduated from junior college in 1952, Helen Van Tassel was the dean of women, and she got me my first job as a secretary at the National Bank of Commerce. I went to work the very next day, or the next week, and worked there for 38 years, thanks to Helen Van Tassel.
Wenatchee Valley College provided me with a solid academic foundation. In those years, it was not a community college, it was a junior college, and it was a rigorous junior college as regards English and chemistry and sociology and those sorts of courses. They were rigorous courses, college level courses, not high school courses, not advanced high school courses. They were college courses. I was fortunate enough to use that foundation to go on and get a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and then a doctorate degree based on my experience here at Wenatchee.
Well, we've been lifelong musicians. Our success, I would say, was more in with the fact that we raised children that were musicians, as well as the fact that we're quite involved in the community. We actually own a business in the community, so we didn't go into business and study business, but our music, I think, was quite a foundation for us to become the social people that we are and a community-minded people.
Yeah, I think the experience, especially in the choir under Dick Lapo, and then singing in some of those early years with the symphony orchestra under Malcolm Seagrave, and she actually played in the orchestra under Malcolm Seagrave for a while, and it just really solidified our desire to stay in music. And she's a school teacher, elementary music school teacher, and I do a lot of piano accompanying for choirs, the Columbia Chorale and our church, and Cascade High School in Leavenworth. So, like she said, we're lifelong musicians, and a lot of that is attributed to our time here at Wenatchee Valley College.
Well, I had a number of teachers, and I was not a good student. I succeeded or made it through college because these teachers gave me an incentive. They told me what to do, and I owe them my career as a teacher and a coach at Cashmere High School for 28 years to these teachers who kept me going.
So a lot of people learn things through different means, and the biggest impact that I had when I attended Wenatchee Valley College was what it taught me as far as leadership goes, and being a part of the student senate and just overall an active participant in the student body has allowed me to hone, started then, and I've honed over the years and perfected, and I'm still working on leadership skills, but it definitely has shaped me and helped me to become the manager that I am today.